The nose knows. Aaron Rodgers got his new doc here on Netflix, came out, yesterday? Mm-hmm. And OMG, 'tis the season to give, and Aaron Rodgers is giving. He had a lot of quotes around what it was like to date famous exes. People are claiming that he took a shot at his famous exes. It's debatable. I'll read some of the quotes.
Okay.
I always find this is him first talking about fame. This is pretty aggressive in the only way that Aaron Rodgers knows how to be. It's fine. I always find it interesting when people say in reference to the off the field attention, well, it's what you signed up for. I say, F that. I never signed up for that. I signed up for football because I love the game and I got great at it because I'm hyper competitive and super motivated.
Okay. That'd be like you or I or Mike going, F that. I didn't go into radio to not be famous. Girl, yes, you did. You like that little side of it, too.
Well, it's like you could have done a lot of things in football where you were behind the scenes, but whatever. I mean, okay.
Or not dated famous people.
Well, he talks about that.
Yeah, most quarterbacks aren't as famous or as talked about as him because they don't do ads for State Farm or date Shailene Woodley or date Danica Patrick or date Olivia Munn.
He brought up the ads for State Farm.
He addresses State Farm, you guys.
Discount double check.
But there's a whole other part that comes that there's a lot of great stuff and a lot of effing weird stuff. I didn't do myself any favor with some of the girls I dated after that were in the public eye. And then he said, I definitely hated fame at first, really despised it. I enjoyed my private life. I enjoyed being able to go to places. But from Super Bowl MVP, State Farm commercials, that got a little more difficult. Talking about Aaron Rodgers and his view on fame, and he does not believe that he should have saw this coming.
What?
Yeah, I mean that's when he said F that. Is that he's kind of leaning into it should be able to be separate. It's especially the State Farm commercials. You go, you knew that was going to happen.
This man, and he's so outspoken about so many things. If you don't want people to know what you're thinking and you don't want them to get in on your personal life, then don't talk about your personal life. No one made you do that.
Yeah.
No one made you, date celebrities or be in commercials or go on and talk about how you felt about any kind of vaccine or how you felt about eating clay or ayahuasca or no one made you do that. Other people probably felt the same way or did the same things.
Yeah.
And just didn't say anything.
Yeah. I think I get these complaints about I don't find any of it appealing, the idea that you can't live a normal life. That doesn't sound appealing to me. Mm-hmm. But I think he's lying if he's going to pretend that he doesn't like it. That's what I think. And I think that there are people that wouldn't like it. I don't think I would like it. But again...
Brittany, you don't think you would like to be that famous woman who's I love attention?
No, I love attention. But on my own term, I also love the freedom of being an absolute rat person and not anyone, is she or isn't she pregnant? No, I was bloated. That would drive me nuts. You know what I mean? That kind of attention. No. Now, do I want to know all my neighbors and do I want them to all that stuff? Yes. But that, would you want that?
I don't know. I could deal with it if it came with all that money.
It would be so every day you have to go, is there a stain on my shirt? I don't ask that every day.
I think if I was that rich, I just wouldn't care. I'd be I am this famous, but I also have that many millions in the bank. And the things that okay, so not to roll back to what we were talking about earlier, but we're talking about donating money and giving to really amazing causes. It's the things you can do with that kind of platform and that kind of voice and that kind of money. Bro, stop complaining and do something. I haven't, what do you do with it?
I know.
Then do something for good with it. I'm not saying he hasn't done anything. I'm not a huge Aaron Rodgers fan. I don't know what he does in his free time, but instead of complaining, just start doing good things with it.
I also, we said, I honestly, my biggest complaint about Aaron Rodgers is that I think he reminds me of so many, grumpy men I've worked with that claim they hate what they do. And it's you have a fabulous life. And I think that a lot of this extra attention you went out of your way to get. Mm-hmm. I mean, you're on that Pat McAfee podcast. He does not have to do that. A lot of the articles we've been reading are from that.
Yeah.
The headline grabbers of he wants to know if you're vaccinated or not or whatever. All that. A lot of that is just clickbait that we have from that podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the weird stuff is from that.
Have you watched it all yet, Mike? Or are you going to do it this weekend?
I've not got into it at all yet, no. But I am fascinated by the enigma that is Aaron Rodgers. So I will absolutely enjoy every bit of it.
Are you too busy watching Love Hard?
I was going to say,
I was watching Love Hard yesterday. So,
do you think we're going to find out anything about him? Really, like know anything of the way his brain works or how he thinks, or we're just going to get a lot of aggressive clips of him?
I think the way he's been as open as he has been on the Pat McAfee show and as open as he's been when he joined Joe Rogan or he's done all these other things, I doubt we're going to get anything groundbreaking or new.
Yeah.
I just think it's going to be an interesting look behind the curtains and kind of he's the off season, the darkness retreat, the ayahuasca, all the different things. It's just going to be fascinating to listen to the mindset because there is a part of it. One of the trailers, it showed him like recovering from the injury. And we've seen that in quarterback, in wide receiver, like that different vibe. Okay, this is what these guys have to go through to get healthy enough to play. But he's got a whole nother side of him that it's going to be really fascinating to learn about.
Yeah, I think so. I think this will be a good show.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, I saw this headline and went, what? So Adele's music is being pulled from all airwaves, all streaming, all anything, all of her music in Brazil. And you go, did she say something about somebody in government? Like, what is it? No, a judge ordered this. There's someone who's a songwriter in Brazil, some Brazilian guy, who wrote a song in 1996.
Mm-hmm.
And she claims her song million years ago was copied his version of Mulheres, which was, I've never heard this song. Anywho, so because of this judge hears this case. He's like, yep, nope, I agreed with you. They did a preliminary investigation. Essentially, if any radio station plays her music down there now, it's about an $8,000 per act of non-compliance fine.
Okay, as an artist, what does she do about this?
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of wild. You think about that. I guess this specific song, someone else has also accused her of copying their song from like 1985. This was like a Turkish artist. So clearly this song sounds like other music, but you have to go, music at this, there is nothing new.
No, but also like this isn't one of her hit songs. If I was her, I'd be like, I'll just delete it from the album. Bye, whatever, Lost Millions. What is it called?
A million years ago from her 2015 album.
Yeah, no one cares about it.
It's so weird. It's like for a 2015 album. Like, I think that he has tried to claim this a couple of times now, and this is the first time it's actually seen a judge go, okay.
I don't often go to a place of you should move, but if like they quit playing Adele in the US, I might move.
If they keep paying Taylor Swift anywhere, Brittany will not only move, she will make sure no one ever goes to that country again. She'll stand at the airport line.
Thank you.
Be like, you cannot depart. You will not be going to Brazil.
I feel seen. So you know how crazy I am. I love that.
Hinged.